Hey guys, Deborah with Pinching Pesos here, and it's time for They Paid What? Sales updates. It was a little slow this week. I think everybody, well, last week, I think everybody's having a slowdown right now, and that's okay. We all know it all picks back up right around when people start getting their tax returns next month. So just hold out, guys. List while you can and get ready for when people get their money and they're like, I need to buy everything. So, here's what I had going on for the week. I sold 12 things on eBay for a total of $212. And on Amazon, I sold 174.45. Um, So not super hot. There wasn't a whole lot of sales going on Amazon. It's just been kind of going down. I've been getting about one a day. I've been selling a lot of CDs lately. I don't know but it's like everything that I sold is like a CD or a DVD. I did sell well, that's for next week. Never mind. Never mind. So let's get started on what our sales actually were. I sold this. This came out of those pallet rejects. This is a dog trainer that sprays them in the face. How freaking annoying. I know my dogs would hate that. Put it on your toddler, spray him in the face. Um, that would be bad, right? That sold for $26.95 on sale, free shipping, and it went first class. It had a value, a buy cost of about $2.50. So I got two of them. So I got one more left. I finally sold some more of these. These are the things I picked up at Walgreens. They were on clearance for $6.24. But when the guy was doing the price change, I think he charged me 24 cents. When I looked at my receipt, it looked like 24 cents to me. So, not like I basically got them for free. I sold two of them to the same person, so that was great. That saved me a ton of money on shipping. I think my shipping costs came out at, oh, here it is. Johnson's and Johnson's is her shipping cost was $14.23. They're really heavy. So shipping just one of them costs about 12 bucks, so adding the other one didn't really change the price that much with FedEx. So there that went. Next thing I sold was some more of these. I sold the folk heart one. I had paid $2.99 a bag, and there were multiple bags that I bought. I bought probably 4 bags. In each bag there was about 6 rolls of this pressure wallpaper border, and I've been trying to pick those up because every time I buy them they sell. The last time I bought some, I don't know if you guys remember the rocket one. It was like a little boy's rocket one that was from Kohl's, and they still sold like the bed set, and matching kind of decor, but they didn't sell the wall border anymore. So I was like the only person in the world with it for sale. It sold pretty quickly. So these all sold. The person bought 4 of them for a total of $32.20. They were on sale. They all went in a flat rate padded mailer, and she left me good feedback. Good to go. This item finally sold. I had this jack-o'-lantern bear listed for 2 years. I kept getting this lowball offer from somebody who I think was either another seller or they just were like, I don't know. She kept making me these really crappy offers with I'm a single mom and blah blah blah. Well, I wanted to look at her page and she buys stuff constantly. So I'm like, I don't think being single mom is your issue. I think your budget is your issue. So I'm like, no, there's no way I don't like people's sob stories. They're just, no. The only time I ever got in on a story was when I had this Brazilian doll. Her name's Monica. If If you ever see it, she's very valuable because they're just not available for purchase anymore. And she's a very popular cartoon in Brazil. And I got the doll and I had it listed for like $300. I brought it down to I think 150 at one point because it only cost me like $2. It was $2.99. And then I got a message saying, hey, you know, our daughter used to love this show and she would sit with her doll and she would watch the cartoon. But she was in an accident and she passed away, and we currently care for her children. And I would love it if I could give our granddaughter the doll and she could watch this like the show like her mom did. And it was a really sweet, touching story, and it actually was legitimate. There was an obituary in New York, and so I went ahead and took her offer. It was for $50, which was still an amazing sell on a $2.99 doll. And I packaged it really nicely, and I wrote her a note, and I had put a little like inspirational cross thing in there, and she left me really good feedback and she was very excited. But yeah, that's the only sob story I have ever fell victim to. And I wasn't a victim. It was just a really tragic situation and a lovely story in the end. So, but yeah. So anyway, back to the bear. I've had this thing listed for like 2 years. It finally sold. It went on sale for $17.95, free shipping, and they've already left me feedback on it. So yay. Oh, and that cost like less than $1, like $1, because I bought it when I was buying plush, which I'm so excited that I'm going to be doing that again. I am getting back into the plush business. If you haven't watched any of my recent videos, you don't know, but I am going to be getting back into plush. I like doing it. It's easy, and I don't know, it's just easy. And it's fun because the people that are buying that item are buying it for happy reasons. Like they're buying it because it was their favorite as a child, it's a gift, it's a replacement for a lost one, or they just want something new, or they collect them. You know, there's just like happy stories that go along with stuffed animals. So I am going to get back into the plush business here coming soon, but I can't do it right now. I got about 2 weeks left before I'm done working through my backlog here, and then I will be shopping. So you can totally expect a haul video. The next thing I sold was this cross stitch kit. I believe it was also on sale. Yeah, it went for $8.95, free shipping. I had got this in a package of other cross stitches, so I probably paid less than $1 for it. Probably 50 cents, but that's gone. And then I bought these running shoes, these trail running shoes. They were $7.99. Hang on. They are. Where'd you hide in at? Here you go. Yeah, $7.99. And they were great. Like, somebody bought them and wore them one time. I mean, literally, I even put that in the listing, worn for one trail walk, because, I mean, the bottoms of these shoes, like, they were brand new shoes. I mean, I cleaned off the bottom and cleaned, I mean, look, they're like new. If you look really close, I mean, look at I'm pointing again, like you can see it. The tread is still very much there, hadn't been worn down at all. So I was okay with saying that they had only been worn once because they looked like shoes that had only been worn once. And they went on sale. No, they didn't. They went on best offer. They offered me $42 down from $49. I love those kind of offers. I'm like, oh yeah, take it. So, and they sold, I think they were only listed for a day or two. I mean, they sold like really quickly. And then next was the Starbucks replacement carafe. It sold for $14.95, free shipping. It went off SmartPost. If you guys aren't familiar with SmartPost, it's a really inexpensive service to use. I checked on my last 90 days worth of shipping labels, and all of the shipments that I sent SmartPost were all delivered within 4 to 7 days. There wasn't any that went over 7 days. The ones that went to California and the ones that went to New York, they all took the 7 days. But any of the other ones in between were less than that. So it was 4 to 7 days was the shipping delivery time on those. And I mean, you can ship a 2-pound package to California for $6 and some change. And there was one package that I was sending last week that it was going to be $38 priority, almost $19 ground, and it went $11.08 SmartPost. Now, what you need to do if you're going to use SmartPost, because people complain about the insurance, because the two companies, FedEx and the post office, will both try to claim that the other one was at fault. I wouldn't ship anything super expensive SmartPost anyway. I mean, seriously, if you made a lot of money on something because you sold it for a high price, don't nickel and dime your shipping. I mean, ship it priority or ground. But some people try to save $1 everywhere. I don't see the point in that. But if you do, you can insure your package through eBay through the Shipsurance program. It is a third-party app. It's going to be located, if you have the hub, it's located in applications. And then it's going to be there, ShipSaver. ShipSaver and Shipsurance, I think, are the same company. And then you just go into it, and what you can do is for 79 cents, you can insure your packages, and they are great about claims. And you can insure your international packages for, if they're like $100 and under, I believe it's $1, and then it goes up from there. It's very economical and it's very simple to do. If you're going to insure your package, which actually I should probably do that with one of them. So what I would need to do is go in, and I would like to insure this one, because this one actually did go SmartPost because it was going to be super expensive. So you just click the button and you put in your shipping costs, because it does cover your shipping expenses. So I paid for shipping on that item. See, you didn't even know this was going to turn into a lesson. $16 I paid. So I'm going to go in and put $16, and it already puts the information in there, and 79 cents is what I'm going to pay, and agree and insure. And that's just in case something happens between FedEx and the post office and they decide to damage my item. I don't want to be responsible for that $87 in trying to fight FedEx or the post office. So I'm going to just insure it like I just did through ShipSaver for 79 cents and done. And if there's any kind of issues, it's very easy to file a claim. I've only had to file one claim ever. It was to a package that went to Australia, and I used to insure every international package I had, because it only cost $1 and it was worth it to me at the time because I wasn't doing as much business. So for me to have to do a full refund plus international shipping, that's where you get caught. I mean, international shipping can be super expensive. So I didn't want to have to refund the cost of the item and that super high shipping cost. So I would insure all of my international packages. But this was something that was going during Christmas time, and it took a long time. It had already been 5 weeks and the item hadn't arrived. I think it did eventually get there after Christmas and all the whatever. So I went ahead and filed a claim with ShipSaver. They gave me back all of my money and my shipping costs, and it was super simple. It wasn't complicated at all. What I would do though, if you have a customer that has an issue, get them to sign the lost package or broken package or whatever form that needs to be signed by the buyer. Get them to sign it before you issue them a refund. Make it contingent that you will, as soon as you get that back, like it's your business policy. Hey, I'm so sorry that happened to you. Don't worry about it. I have it insured. All I need you to do is sign that it was never received. And as soon as I get that back, the refund is issued automatically. You can say that term like almost like it's out of your hands. Like this is just the process. As soon as that form gets turned in, it's automatic. See how that kind of works? You'll have a much higher success rate on getting the customer to comply. I know a lot of people have issues when they're filing post office claims for broken items, getting the customer to comply with sending the photos. So just, you can do it the exact same way. Say, I'm going to go ahead and file an insurance claim, but there's a required photo that I have to put. As soon as I put the photo in and file it, the refund is automatic. They'll be more likely to comply. But anyway, so that's ShipSaver there. So if you're going to start using FedEx SmartPost, which is the cheapest way to send some items that are 2 pounds going to California, or, 2 pounds going to California is $6.86. Way cheap, because right now 2 pounds going to California with the post office is in the 9 something range. It's like 9.60 or something like that. It's really gone up. I would suggest you use SmartPost for any packages that are between 2 and 5 pounds. Sometimes you always want to check, because sometimes ground will be cheaper than SmartPost depending on the weight and the size of the item. So just always check it. But yeah, I would highly suggest that you just take a look at SmartPost. And I know people are going to say, oh, I've had horror stories with this, and I haven't. Everybody's had a horror story with everything. There isn't any service or any company that doesn't have some kind of person that has some horrible experience with it. It just happens. That doesn't make you stop using it. I mean, everybody's had an issue with the post office. You don't stop using it. It just happens. So give it a shot. I'm not forcing anybody, but I'm making a suggestion. It's worth looking at. It's definitely worth looking at. I have shipped out hundreds of SmartPost packages over the last 4 years. Enough about that. I've done my spiel. You would think that they were like sponsoring me or something, right? I wish. FedEx, where's my money? No. But anyway, this carafe, man, I got really far off track, didn't I? This carafe, finally sold. It came out of a barista machine, and I had sold the filter, and then I was gonna, obviously sell the carafe. It sold for $14.95 free shipping. It went off to California. It was $6.98 or $6.89 or $6.86 in shipping, and it was done. And then the last thing I sold was this Vibro bot. Okay, this was a bad buy, but it worked out okay. I paid $4.98 for it, and I thought it was new. It looked new. So I was going to send it to Amazon. But then when I got it home and I opened it up, it wasn't new. It had been partly played with one time. It still had all the baggies that all the pieces came out of. It was in immaculate condition. All the papers and everything. I mean, the kid took it out, played with it, and went, and put it back in there. But the price, like they went on clearance or something. And so Toys R Us and KB Toys are both selling this item for $24.98. Brand new. Mine's used. I wasn't going to list it. I was going to just like donate it. I was going to be like, this was a bad buy. But I decided to give it a shot. And so I went ahead and listed it for $24.95 free shipping. And it sold the next day. I couldn't believe it, because if you look here, you can buy a new one from KB Toy Store for $24.98 with $3 shipping. So I thought there was no way somebody was going to buy my item. It sold the next day. So facts, when you're doing your research, sometimes the obvious isn't correct, because the obvious would be somebody's going to buy this new one. That's $25 plus $3, $28. They get a brand new one. And they bought mine that's used for $24.95. So sometimes the obvious isn't really the answer. Or maybe they just liked puppies. Maybe it was the puppy thing. Who knows? So that was that. So my profits for the week were sitting at, I had it and then I moved it because I did the other thing. Okay. here it is, a doggy thing, and up to the robot, and then I need to take out that. Total profit for the week was $113.12, so not a ton of money. Fortunately, I didn't have a lot of expenses because I haven't been sourcing, so that's good. My Amazon was at $174.45 for the week, but the profits were only $56. The reason for that is there was a refund that came through, so that took out of the profits. But I just sent a shipment. They picked it up yesterday. Let me show you it. I'm all excited. Let's see, where is it at? That's working. Is this it? No, that's not it. Closed batches. I just sent this shipment in, and if you look down here, I hope you guys can see it. I'll move it up because my monitor is bigger than I think the area that it records, and so sometimes that's why my head gets cut off if I'm not careful. I've started moving the picture up here. If you look at it, my shipment that I just sent in is valued at $1,632. The total buy price for me was $131. Net profit is 950 buckaroos. Woot woot. So yeah, I haven't really been sourcing, so my expenses weren't a lot, and I just sent a shipment in, so that should be good. So yeah, things should be picking up. But anyway, that's it for the week. Looked like us came out at what, 160 bucks. That's not amazing, but we all know it's gonna catch up, and then you turn around and you get a slow week like that, and then it's like, oh my god, I had $1,000 week. So don't sweat it. Anyway, everybody, you have a super amazing week. I hope your week was better than mine. I'm going to have some videos coming up. If you watched, I had a photo fuse demonstration. I'm going to be doing a demonstration video for clipping magic as well, and also for background burner. So stay tuned for that. I'll be making those videos for you here really soon. All right, guys. Talk at you later. Oh, and also, the reseller Stu is going to be having a clothing special. We will be having all of the ladies who do clothing put together their very best tips, the things that help their business, the ways that they list, uh, errors and mistakes that they've made, things that they've learned from, and brands to look out for, brands to not look out for. It should be amazing because we've got some pretty good clothes sellers on our panel. All of them besides me sell clothing, so it should be a really great show. I'm not sure. I think it's actually going to be episode 10 that we will be doing the clothing special. So look out for episode 10 coming up in 2 weeks. All right, guys. Have a great weekend. Bye.